Assalamualaikum to Associate Professor Dr. Noraiza binti Chiawang and all the viewers. We will present about our case study regarding the topic of Zakat on livestock. So my name is Nur Aliana binti Abu Bakar.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nur Syafiqah binti Islan.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Nur Shazira binti Mustafa Kamal.
My name is Yazwana binti Zulkifli.
So this case study need us to find about 6 companies that run a business of livestock and find out their zakat regarding its calculation, payment, and awareness about the zakat. So this introduction is zakat is not imposed on livestock of all quantity and kind. There are certain conditions that should be fulfilled for the zakatability of livestock. The first condition is nisab. According for zakat on livestock practice, there is no obligated zakat for anything below nisab. Second condition is the passage of a year annual. This is reported by our Prophet and his successor. They used to send zakat collector once every year to take the count on livestock. Third, they should be pastured naturally. Pastured livestock are those that are grazed on natural and cost-free pastured land during the major part of the year for the purpose of breeding, milking, and putting on weight. So this is problem statement. There is no specific guidance in Malaysia on the governance of zakat institutions. The reason this issue may occur because of Malaysia have different governance being practiced from state to state. The study of institution in zakat governance could make the institution of zakat more important as it would guide to restore public confidence in zakat institution. Then zakat administration has been made several in respect of infrastructure, human resource, and the framework of distribution and transparency in governance. There seems to be issues which need to be addressed to ensure that zakat administration and zakat can be collected in the right ways. So the objective of this case study is to define how livestock industry involved in Malaysia and to identify whether the livestock business can influence the economic outlook, domestic consumption, and production of beef.
For the literature review in this study, we choose these 2 articles to support our project. Okay, the first article is Malaysian livestock breeding policy, and the second article is Malaysian beef cattle industry. Okay, we move to the first article. The first article is Malaysian livestock breeding industry. It's more about the history of livestock in Malaysia. Okay, this article is about tropical livestock breeding that has a mission of enabling the breeding of quality livestock through sound genetic principles and practices that satisfies the need of economic and sustainable livestock industry to fulfill the market requirements. The first one is beef cattle. It said that from 2005 to 2010, a total of 25,843 head of Brahman cattle were imported from Australia into Malaysia as breeding animals, which were distributed to target area concentration (TAC) projects located throughout the country. Okay, the second one is buffalo. The indigenous breed of buffalo in Malaysia is the swamp buffalo or kerbau sawah. Today, the buffalo has lost its prominence due mainly to farm mechanization and urbanization. It is farmed mainly for meat production under an extensive production system. The third one is cod. During the period of 2005 to 2010, a total of 64,658 head of commercial grade boer gods were brought in for the breeding program. In 2009, the DVS set up a National Boer Breeding Center, NBBC, in Pondok Tanjung Perak to capitalize on the attributes of the boer breed. The NBBC will act as catalyst for the transformation of the god industry in Malaysia. While for sheep, the indigenous sheep breed in Malaysia is a small-sized wool hair type animal known as Malin, Malaysian indigenous. In 2009, Pekan Agropolitan Sheep Project was launched in Pahang with the disbursement of Dorper sheep, the first batch of 3,000 head at Puncak and followed by 4,800 head in 2011 at Batu 8 Mukim Lepak. Okay, we move to the next article. The next article is Malaysian livestock breeding industry, Malaysian beef cattle industry policy. Okay, the objective of this chapter is to focus on the idea of the topic under the study, which is livestock industry. It contains what has been done to the subject areas, such as current state information in the global economic outlook, domestic consumption, and production of beef in the articles. The first is global economic outlook. Okay, over 2013 and 2022, the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development (OECD) and International Monetary Fund (IMF) have projected growth prospect for OECD area to be relatively slow at 1.9% per annum. For the other non-OECD countries, the economic prospect in the medium term are expected to improve to average above 2.2% per annum. Malaysia is forecast to grow above 5% per annum. In terms of gross domestic product, EPU 2013 lower than those of potential main drivers of future world economy, the world population is expected to grow at a slower rate of just 1% in the next decade, and this is envisaged to happen in all regions. Okay, next one is domestic consumption of beef. Beef is an important source of animal protein in Malaysia and consumed by more than 16% of the population. It has enjoyed a steady demand over the years, with total consumption climbing by 45% from 138,980 tons in 2005 to 201,556 tons in 2013. In comparison, per capita consumption of chicken meat rose higher at 6.06% per annum. Over the same period, with per capita consumption of chicken meat of 46.49 kg per capita in 2013, which was about 6.9 times more than beef. Okay, that's all from me. Then next I will pass to the next presenter.
Next, I will proceed with the methodology. The researchers are going to collect the data to be gathered and analyzed to arrive at a solution. It is a framework of a research as a guideline for making the research. In the research methodology, there are various problems that involve as issues that relating to the decision regarding the purpose of the study. And we use the secondary data. We also use the panel data to study the research. For the research design, the policy that we choose to integrate the different parts of the study in a coherent and logical way are mostly based on the article and the publication research. Through by doing this research based on the article and the publication research, we are able to address the research problems and able to analyze it, thus discussing the relationship between the variables. The purpose of this research is to check the relationship between the compliance, attitude, and awareness toward the entrepreneur that involved in Zakat livestock. For the data collection, we have two, which is quantitative data and the qualitative data. For the quantitative data is characterized as the systematic. The advantage of using the quantitative data is that it provides a reliable and repeatable information because it offers reliable outcomes when looking at the same data points under a randomized conditions. The second one is the qualitative data. Qualitative data is a form of a social science research that gathers and deals with the non-numeric data and attempt to explain the significance of such data that tries to understand social existence through the study of the target communities. The advantage of using the qualitative data is that it can be dynamic and dependent on incoming or accessible data because most of the research opportunities must follow a particular pattern of interviewing, data collection, and reporting.
Based on the finding, majority 62% of them are not sure about the business zakat, and only 27 of them have a knowledge about the business zakat. From the respondent, but in the respondent, 75% of them are aware about zakat is an obligation for the Muslim. Entrepreneur problem in zakat, the qualitative and quantitative data analysis found that the role of zakat administrative was not significant that influenced the entrepreneur business zakat to pay zakat. So however, from the interview, the researcher found that the entrepreneur was directly pay zakat to the asnaf and the needy. Second, entrepreneur payment in zakat, they have a diversity channel payment accepted, and the administrator have continued approve the produce of a variety of facilitate to the muzaki so that they can meet their obligation. Third, entrepreneur collection in zakat, the statistic collection found that the livestock zakat was decreased. The collection of livestock zakat was decreased years by year.
Okay, next is findings. It's about study of zakah on livestock by 6 registered livestock company that we choose, which are the first one is FGV Holding Berhad, next Rizda Livestock Sembilan Berhad, next Evergreen Livestock Sembilan Berhad, next Muhibah Livestock Sembilan Berhad, HS Nada Group and Lembiru Livestock Sembilan Berhad. We are going to present the report regarding to the awareness of zakat, its calculation and payment, and zakah problem. The first is report on zakah awareness. The first company that we choose is FGV Holding Berhad. This company has shown that they pay their zakat in their report, which is in their statement. It shows that this company is aware that they need to pay zakat as they pay their zakat. However, they did not show the detail on how they calculate the zakat for their livestock business. Next company is Rizda Livestock Sembilan Berhad. This company has not shown their report on zakat, which is they did not show report on their zakat, which is in their website and so on. So we cannot conclude whether they are aware or not about zakat. However, they do akikah and korban. It was also one of the Islamic tradition of sacrifice of an animal on the occasion of childbirth. Next, Evergreen Livestock Sembilan Berhad. This company also did not show the report of their livestock business, whether in website or internet. So it is hard to know whether they are aware of zakat payment or not. And also, the director also are non-Muslim, so maybe they did not pay their zakat business on livestock. The next company, Muhibah Livestock Sembilan Berhad. This company did not show the report of their business statement. However, this company livestock business is not zakatable, which they sell chicken and so on. That is not zakatable. So they did not need to pay zakat. Since they did not provide report and details about zakat in their website, so we can conclude whether they are aware about zakat payment or not. Next, HS Nada Group. HS Nada Group also did not show or give their report in the internet and the website about their business statement. However, their company name is in the zakat website, which is in espmb.com. So we know that they paid their zakat and aware about zakat. They also provide their halal certificates in their website. So we know their business is complying with Islamic compliance. Next, and lastly, Lembiru Livestock Sembilan Berhad. Lembiru Livestock Sembilan Berhad also did not show or give any report of their business and their business segment. So we can conclude whether they are aware about zakat payment or not. Okay, that's all from me. I'll give to the next presenter.
For zakat calculation, FGB Holdings Berhad, we can see from their annual report in 2018, it showed that the company paid zakat amounting RM 18,603 in 2018. However, in 2017, this company paid zakat amounting RM 5,056. The way of FGV Sedan Berhad calculate their zakat is the zakat for the current period is recognized as and when a group has a current obligation as a result of a zakat assessment. For Rizda Livestock Sedan Berhad, the company run a business management integration of livestock in Malaysia. Nowadays, our LSB have around 10,000 of cows and meet all the conditions of nisab and haul. The company had paid zakat through Islamic Religious Council and Perak Malay Custom MAIPK. The calculation of zakat for RLSB is being conducted and calculated by MAIPK is obligated on zakat for Rizda Livestock Sedan Berhad. For Evergreen Livestock Sedan Berhad is business of livestock that produce dairy milk from cows, and this company is the biggest that distribute almost 60% of dairy milk in Sabah. However, the Evergreen company is run by leader of Datuk Yap Yun Fok, and the company does not practice on zakat on its business. So the Evergreen Livestock just practice of paying tax instead of zakat. For Muhibah Livestock Sedan Berhad, the company run a business of chicken. However, in zakat practice, chicken is not zakatable. So they not compulsory to pay zakat because chicken is not the type of animal that have to pay zakat. However, this company is a livestock company in Malaysia. Next, HS Nada Group, a company that owned 100% by Malaysian native since March 1987 by Tuan Haji Mat Hassan. This company run a business of feedlot cows and fresh meat. HS Nada also run a business of sheep, buffalo for Hari Raya Kurban. However, in calculating zakat, HS Nada Sdn Bhd, this company is managed their zakat through Majlis Agama Islam Selangor. And lastly, for Lembiru Livestock Sdn Bhd, the company is actually a combination between international and local Malaysian, which have unprecedented access to all aspects of their supply chain and ensuring the customers get the best services, livestock and commercial outcomes possible. Lembiru Livestock does not practice zakat on livestock since the animal is imported from Australia and New Zealand. So Lembiru Livestock Malaysia import livestock and just supply to Malaysian customer that who want to purchase livestock in smaller volumes and do not wish to become importers in their own right.
Net zakat payment. FGV Holding Berhad. The company paid zakat as stated in the statement of financial reporting. In note of the financial reporting, group is recognized its responsibility to pay zakat on business. So for the current period, zakat is recognized when the company has established zakat responsible as a result of evaluation of the zakat. And the value of zakat cost should be measured after and the organization have working within 12 months. Rizda Livestock Sdn Bhd. Rizda Livestock is a company operating on the cattle breeding. So in June 2020, an article in the Sinar newspapers state that Rizda Livestock Berhad has paid 389.47 cent business zakat to the Sultan Perak Sultan Nazrin Muazzim Shah. Next, Evergreen Livestock Sdn Bhd. Evergreen Livestock Sdn Bhd is a company that produces livestock in Malaysia. However, the owner of the company are non-Muslim, so they have not entitled to pay a zakat. So the Evergreen Livestock only pay in the business tax according to the IRB rate in the business tax. Next, Muhibah Livestock Sdn Bhd. Muhibah Livestock is operate in the business chicken. The chicken is not a livestock animal that have leased as an animal that have to pay a zakat. In HS Nada Group, they have no report was submit regarding to their service, but however, they have shown their valid halal certificate on their official portal of company, such as halal certificate from the Halal Industry Development Center, and slaughterhouse has a license issued by the Veterinary Service Department. Next, Lembiru Livestock Sdn Bhd. Lembiru is a livestock company that operate with the international country. Since the company import the livestock from the Australia and New Zealand, so the company not pay on the zakat livestock.
Next, I will proceed with the zakat problems. There are three main issues on the zakat problems. The main issue that why majority of Muslim community disregard on paying zakat on business, even though a spread of effort by zakat authority and the government have implemented, but the difficulties still happen. According to Muhammad Muda, the reason of why this incident was happened may be possibly thanks to the dearth of motivation among Muslim businessmen to pay the zakat on business, and among of them are not bothered to fulfill their duty to pay the zakat on business. As a result, the scenario is closely related with the compliance of behavior of zakat on business. Mostly, company in Malaysia pay zakat livestock such as HS Nada Terhad Sdn Bhd, Rizda Livestock Sdn Bhd, FGV Sdn Bhd, since the owner of the company is a Muslim, and this company own a livestock which they need to pay zakat for livestock that focus on animals such as cattle, sheep, and camel. Unlike company like Evergreen Livestock Sdn Bhd, the owner is a non-Muslim. Therefore, the company does not obligated to pay zakat livestock, instead pay in terms of tax business. And the Muhibah Livestock Sdn Bhd does not obligate to pay zakat livestock, since the company does not meet the requirement for zakat livestock in terms of animal. The next issue is whether a company that owned by a non-Muslim and a Muslim shareholder should pay zakat. It's an issue that many people get confused on this matter. The 50th Muzakarah Conference of the Fatwa Committee National Council of Islamic Religious Affairs Malaysia, held on 10 May 2001, has discussed zakat on business company owned by Muslim and non-Muslim shareholder. The conference has decided that the zakat is simply imposed on the share owned by the Muslim shareholder. Therefore, companies like FGV Sdn Berhad and Lembiru Livestock Sdn Berhad shareholder consists of Muslim and non-Muslim. Therefore, the Muslim shareholder need to pay zakat livestock based on the percentage they have share in the company. The last issue is there are some companies that want to pay zakat more than what they are supposed to pay, but they are very unsure if they can pay more. Chief Executive Director Zakat Pulau Pinang, Amran Hazali, said that someone that pays zakat is more of dal, that will be rewarded more than once in the month of Ramadan, which is a promised blessing and blessing. This practice is also an opportunity to modify the compulsory practice in addition to almsgiving. Furthermore, the uncertainty of the payment of zakat fitrah at this time acts as a bridge to harmony that connects fellow Muslims through the fellowship of faith. This can be seen in companies like Felda Global Ventures Holding Berhad (FGV), who has allocated 462,000 to be distributed to the less fortunate. The financial assistance will be divided into several zones, namely headquarters Kuala Lumpur, Pasir Gudang, Johor, Kuantan, Pahang, Peraya Pinang, and France and Kalabakan Sabah. The donation program was started at the FGV headquarters with an allocation of 242,000 being distributed to 400 recipients from various categories.
So this is the last part, conclusion. The conclusion of this case study is Malaysian Muslim nowadays shown that zakat on livestock is not important as there have been paid zakat on business or tax on government. This is because zakat on livestock did not highlighted as an important thing to do for a business livestock and did not practice well in our country. The study found that zakat on livestock has a clear basis in Islamic. Found that zakat on livestock has clear basis. Therefore, the application is verified and the issuance is compulsory. Livestock and how they will punish sinners who have not paid zakat when they reach Jahannam, which is hell, is mentioned in Hadith narrated by Abu Dhar. Once I went to him, the Prophet, and he said, "By Allah in whose hands my life is," or probably said, "By Allah, except whom none has the right to be worshipper, whoever had camels or cows or sheep and did not pay their zakat, these animals will be brought on the day of resurrection far bigger and fatter than before, and they will tread him under their hoofs and will pat him with their horns, and those animals will come in circle. When the last dust is done, the first will start again, and the punishment will go on till Allah has finished the judgment amongst the people." That's all from us. Thank you.